And
We're live.
We're recording. Welcome to Hollywood is Dead. Phoenix West, Dick Dickett.
That's right.
Pointing the wrong way. This throws me off. Oh, want to play the intro here?
We can. We're going to discuss the character actors today. Who are the top greatest character actors? Because Hollywood don't make them anymore. It's a dead language to them. Those cocksuckers.
Can I just say, usually I make an intro and then like a month later I'm sick of it. And that one, still fine with it.
20 episodes deep. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, we're H2O episode. Of course, I had to name the 20th episode after H2O.
That's right. It's a good
and
point.
then I put it on some vodka bottles down below.
Yeah, there you go. It's fantastic.
This made sense. I want to say this before we begin. We're going to do our top whatever of character actors. I just want to say I like character actors more than like famous actors.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Character actors are my favorite of the actors.
But you have a caveat, though, because you have a definition for what a character actor should be or is supposed to be.
Not so much that it's like that's what it should. It's just what I'm going off on my list. I don't want anyone famous, anyone that leads a movie, anyone that's a household name. Which, because we talked about John Turturro a moment ago on the Cage Cast. I didn't put him on my list, and if I did have him on my list, he'd be maybe one or two on my list. Like I love John Turturro.
Right, yeah.
But he's in so many things, and like people know who he is. They just know who he is. He's a bit different in that regard. I don't consider him a character actor. I kind of consider him a celebrity.
Well, would you say the same thing about Stephen Tobolowsky?
No. I don't put Stephen Tobolowsky there. I do put Luis Guzman in that list because every fucking person knows who that is.
Or especially because Wednesday is so popular. He's playing Gomez Adams in Wednesday, and he's been a character actor for so long. He's finally got kind of he's 63 years old.
He looks great.
I love Luis
only because
Guzman.
the fact that he's looked like shit for 40 years.
Well, yeah, exactly.
That's how you sustain being 63 and being called looking good for 63 is looking like shit when you're 22.
I still love the part in Carlito's Way. Oh, let's go. You leave him here. No, I'm going to leave you here. Oh, he gets shot by John Leguizamo. Oh,
yeah, you don't like him.
I don't care for John Leguizamo. I really don't. I don't know.
John Leguizamo would make my top 10, but he's too famous. So I'm not.
Well, I would say because John Leguizamo has starred in movies.
He starred in movies.
He's been the top name in a lot of movies.
I also didn't include anyone from comedies.
Well, why would you? Like, I don't know who's a comedic like Will Ferrell.
No, Will Ferrell's a star. He's a A-list.
I would say that. Yeah.
No, I like Jason Mantzoukas and Thomas Lennon. I don't have them on my list they're my two favorite funny people.
Right.
But I don't have them on here because they're comedy. Like Thomas Lennon is in a bunch of Nolan stuff.
Yes, he is. He just shows up in a lot of movies.
Yeah, so I guess I'll remove them right now from my honorable mention list. If I did include comedic actors on there, it would be on the top 10, but they're not. Okay, so I made a top 15 list. I can rattle off real quick the bottom 5 if you like.
Well, I'll give you a couple honorable mentions off the top if you would.
I have a list of probably 50 names.
There's a lot.
But I'll save those.
I think I probably have. Yeah. Okay. Because I think we probably have the same names on that list.
Yes. So should I just start with my number 15?
Sounds good.
My number 15, Mark Boone Jr.
Oh, yes. He's my 15 as well. Because he is awesome. I love him and everything he is in. Yeah, I love that guy.
Christopher Nolan stuff.
Going to be a menage.
Anarchy.
You don't know me. I wouldn't do this for anybody but you. I didn't know this was going to be a menage a trois.
7. He's in 7. Shows up.
He's in so much stuff.
He just shows up, and it's like that's fucking him. And like, he has a beard, full of beard.
Another guy from 7 on my honorable mention list is Leland Orser.
Oh yeah, he's
made me fuck her too. He's He's
He's
also
the
in
guy
cast.
that gets really freaked out.
Yeah.
That's all he knows how to do.
Maybe that's how I'll do my honorable mention list is when we talk about a movie and someone else is in it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, Mark Boone Jr., Bobby on Sons of Anarchy. I didn't love the show, but I loved him in it. And when he dies, it was sad as shit.
Right.
Spoiler alert for Sons of Anarchy. You've had 15 years to watch it.
Go watch it.
Yeah. Doesn't he get shot in the back of the head in the middle of a field?
I never saw it, so I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Oh,
I didn't watch the whole show. I kind of I just didn't care that much.
Okay.
I was like, eh. Yeah,
it's like Dexter, where I never loved it, but people do, and I'm like, I liked it. It was fine.
Yeah.
I like Charlie Hunnam
That's
a
a good
lot.
way. Yeah, I like Charlie Hunnam. I think he's good in certain things. He's not good in everything.
Gentleman,
I hate him in Pacific
incredible.
Rim. In Gentleman, he's awesome. In
He
Pacific
is.
Rim,
I would give him an
annoying.
Oscar.
I hate him.
I would give him an Oscar for The Gentleman. I think he's that good.
No, yeah, he's great in that. So it's like, wow, why is he so
that
good
movie
in that
for me?
And not that good in other movies because sometimes he's terrible.
He had to hire a dialect coach to talk in for The Gentleman. He had to hire a dialect coach because he forgot how to speak with his natural accent because he's working on so much American stuff.
Yeah,
I thought that was interesting. I saw an interview with him yesterday. All right, sorry. My number 14, because you said the same thing. Number 14 is Matt Brewer.
Matt Brewer?
Matt Brewer.
Who's Matt Brewer?
He was Trash Can Man in The Stand.
Oh, bro, I thought you said Brewer. Frewer.
Frewer.
Is it with an F? Yeah, right. Okay,
Matt
that's
Frewer.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I know who he is. Yeah.
It auto-corrected. I'm sorry.
Right.
I read it as it was. I was doing the Will Ferrell and Anchorman thing where I just read it as it was written.
Yeah.
No, Matt Frewer. Watchmen,
Fuck you.
Yeah, he's great. He's in Fear the Walking Dead for a little bit.
Yeah.
He's great in everything he's in. If you're old enough, he is Max Headroom. If you're that old.
Max Headroom. Absolutely, he's great. Yeah.
What is your number 14?
I'm gonna go with David Paymer.
He made my honorable mention list.
David Paymer is always good. He shows up. He always plays kind of the slimy scumbag. or the brother
lawyer.
Or he's fun. He's great in City Slickers. He was great in Mr. Saturday Night Live when he played Bill Crystal's brother, and it's such a tragic, sad figure that he plays in that movie that he got nominated for the supporting actor Oscar for that movie, and he's never been nominated ever since. And then every time he shows up in a movie, he's great. Yeah, Get Shorty. Hey, you're taking my money from me, but you're going to pay me back to invest in a movie. Yeah, that's right. How are you going to find me? You leave a trail like a fucking snail.
He was in every single movie from 1994 until 2000, 2001. Every movie, he was in it.
Yeah. Payback.
Oliver Platt was in a lot of movies in that time too. Payback, yeah.
Oliver Platt's, yeah. Oliver Platt's a good one.
Oliver Platt didn't make my list.
Shit.
He's pretty good.
State and Maine, he's in. David Paymer, that is. Amistad.
David Paymer's pretty good.
Okay, this is all 1 year, 3 very different movies. Ready? The Sixth Man. This is 1997. A comedy with a Wayans brother about a ghost basketball player. Gang related. Tupac and a Belushi. Amistad.
Wow.
That is one hell of a year.
Wow. Who did he play in Amistad?
He played Secretary John Forsyth.
Oh, wow.
I do remember him in that movie. He's also in Nixon, the American President.
Yeah.
Quiz Show, City Slickers 2, Tales from the Crypt. Searching for Bobby Fischer.
He's the producer in Quiz Show. Quiz Show is a great movie.
He was in Cop Rock.
Quiz Show is a great movie.
You ever see Cop Rock?
Well, Cop Rock, I know what it is. I didn't see it, but John Turturro's in Quiz Show.
Oh, he was in It's Gary Shandling Show.
Oh, okay, there you go.
In that show. Not a lot of people were in that show, but he was on it.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Well, he's also in Larry Sanders. He plays his manager.
Yeah.
Or his publicist. I'm sorry. He plays his publicist. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, David Paymer's a good one. He's a class act all the way.
He's one of those guys that was like on the rim, like maybe top 25. He would have made it. My number 13 is the only female on my top 15. Margot Martindale.
Yeah, I couldn't. Who is that?
She is the mom in $1 Million Baby. She's on Dexter.
Yes. She
plays that role to a fucking T, and she is not that person in real life.
No,
she seems like a real sweetheart Midwestern lady, but she plays like a Florida trash mom so fucking well.
Yeah,
she's in
she played the bad guy in Justified. She played like the grandma or the matriarch of some crimes family, and she was great in that too.
She can do anything.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah, she's a good choice.
See, and this is where you go character actor, because I think Kathy Bates, but Kathy Bates can lead movies, so she's not on my list. That's why.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Everyone knows who Kathy Bates is, so she's not on my list.
Yeah,
I want to have a little shout out to the unknown actors. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't think I have any women on my list. I don't think I have any women on my list. I don't know why. I couldn't think of anybody.
I will say,
off the top of my head.
Not that I don't appreciate actresses. It's just that I'm a male. It's my list. I relate to the men. I don't think there's a crime in that. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I say because the name is escaping me. Oh, Amy Sedaris. I would consider her a character actor. Yeah, I would consider her a character actress. So I would say maybe
I'm a fan of her brother, and I'm a fan of her.
I'll put her on mine. I'll say Amy Sedaris for number 14.
That she's having the most success now. I've been watching Amy Sedaris.
Yeah, she's in The Mandalorian. Yeah,
most of my life. Her brother is my second favorite author. But Amy Sedaris, because she was on Strangers of Candy.
Yeah.
And while we're in LA, I got Strangers of Candy, the movie. I got a free ticket for that.
Yeah,
it was interesting. I don't think they ever released it wide, but
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Yeah,
but Amy Sedaris is fucking awesome. That is a good choice. Now you have a woman on your list.
Yeah, well, that just came to me right now. It's like because it's hard to think like you don't really think about character actresses, but there's a ton of them out there. Obviously,
I mean, you would have to argue. Oh God, she was in Scrooge. She was the fairy in Scrooge.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Carol Kane.
Oh God, Carol Kane. I mean, that's Madeline Kahn. Madeline Kahn would probably be on the list.
Madeline Kahn and then Carol Kane.
Carol Kane, Madeline Kahn would be on that list for sure.
Yes, and here's the problem: is there are 10 trillion character actors, so narrowing it down to 15. You said 5, and I go, fuck, I can't do that, man.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. Yeah, it's insane.
So, all right, my number 12, John Hawkes.
Oh, yes, good choice.
Okay, I'm glad you knew who he was. If you're not familiar with him, from Dusk Till Dawn, he plays was a Billy's World of Liquor, Bobby's World of Liquor, Billy's,
something like
Billy's. I'm gonna turn this.
I wasn't signaling him. I wasn't signaling him. I signaled the fucking Oscar.
The not so great movie. He's in Identity. I believe they found him in a chair with a thing down his throat. But whenever I see him, he's just one of those guys. I love him. He connects. I don't know.
He's in Miami Vice. He's in. He shows up in a lot of stuff. He's great in Deadwood. That's where he was a star. He was a star in Deadwood.
I've never seen that.
Great actor. Oh, he's great in it. He's in that, and then he's in a movie called The Sessions with Holly Hunt or with Helen Hunt, who gets naked, and she's naked the whole movie with him because he's a paraplegic that needs to learn how to fuck as a paraplegic, and so she teaches him how to screw as a paraplegic. It's actually a pretty good movie, and his acting in that movie is phenomenal. He is so good in that movie. It's wonderful.
He's one of those guys where I look at him and I watch him. And he's just like number 6 on my list, where I go, why aren't you a huge star? Like acting wise, you should be winning so many awards, or like even like Tony, like stage awards, because he's that kind of persona that I see. Like he just steals whatever scene he's in, no matter what he does. Even the terrible movie Identity, I watch him like, God, I love this guy. Like I hate this movie. I don't hate the movie,
Identity.
but I'm like, this movie sucks. But he's in it.
Identity is another movie that's filled with character actors.
Yeah,
Like
Amanda Peet.
littered from floor to ceiling with character actors.
And I'm looking at
But
John
so-
Hawk's IMDb right now. X-Files, The Crow Show. I know he did last summer. I'm looking at like he's Rush
wow.
Hour. He's
Oh
in
my
so
God.
much stuff, but yeah, I wish he would get that big. Everyone realizes who he is role.
Yeah, but then he'd
Right.
stop working probably.
No.
He's
He's older than I thought.
Working the way he does.
1959. Damn.
Oh wow, yeah, he's up there.
What's your number 12?
I'm gonna go with Charles S. Dutton.
Okay.
Charles S.
Kinda-
Dutton is the black actor. He was in Alien 3. He's in Rudy. He's the groundskeeper in Rudy.
10,000 things.
He's in so much stuff. He's always like the spiritual mentor or the guy who's like, we gotta solve the problem, yeah, or something like that. He's good in everything he's in. He just shows up in the
Gothica.
movie. Gothica.
I just watched the
he's in
movie
that.
recently, and I'm like, what was he in? And we sat down and watched Gothica, and I'm like, this is terrible. And I'm pretty sure he's the doctor.
Where did Gothica come out? On streaming or?
It was
just,
on
like,
when I
sitting
had
down
HBO. It was on one of those
Oh,
channels,
wow,
like
okay.
actual channels. And I
Oh,
watched
shit.
it.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh fuck, I haven't seen the movie since it came out, and I watched it, and I'm like, why is Robert Downey Jr. here? Oh, because of court. Okay, so he has to get money. So it was right around that time, I think.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Halle Berry's there, and all right, that's a good number 12.
Well,
I would definitely not have thought of that. He's not on my list at all, but yeah, that's a good one.
Well, I just want to say, give him a few more shout outs. Time to
Following.
Kill, Legion. He's got 109
Android.
credits. I mean, you're talking about this guy's been working forever, and he's in everything you can imagine. I mean, the guy is and he's a good actor no matter what. Dark Blue, the show he was in.
He always plays like this, the not mayor, but the mayor's representative, or like the cop leader, like I'm so bad with titles of ranks and stuff, but like
he was in Secret Window.
I feel like I shouldn't have talked the last 20 seconds. He's in The Sopranos as Officer Wilmore.
He is in The
You know
Sopranos.
what I mean? Like the deputy assistant to the mayor. Like you feel like he's the guy on screen going, the mayor doesn't want you to proceed like that guy.
Yeah.
Random
Mimic.
Hearts.
He's in a lot of stuff. I mean, he just
Time to Kill.
Last Dance, Nick of Time. He's great. Nick of Time. Oh
Fucking
shit, he's in
Menace
7, but he's
Society.
uncredited. Yeah, Menace to Society. There you go.
I looked up 7 earlier, trying to figure out that guy's name who I mentioned, who I erased, so he's gone. Leland, that guy. And I was like, like half my fucking list is in this movie and Memento, and like Memento had like 6 of these people on my top 10. It was crazy, or my top 20.
Right.
All right. Yeah, that's a good one. Charles S. Dutton is a good one. He did not make my list. He didn't make my honorable mention, like I said, but definitely should have. My number 11 is going to be Bradley Whitmore.
Yeah, that's good.
Whitford. Sorry. Bradley Whitford.
That's a good one.
Again, autocorrect got me.
That's a good one.
Bradley Whitford.
Yeah.
I wonder how many times this happened. I'm using a new program to keep my notes. I'm using a OneNote, and it just has the worst autocorrect. I first knew who he was from Billy Madison, and he for me, he stole that movie, and then I kept seeing him pop up in different things, and then Get Out was like his biggest movie. He plays the main husband with Kathleen Keener.
Yeah.
But The Cabin in the Woods, I think he steals that movie for me.
Yes, he does. Tequila is my lady.
Him and another guy on my list that did not make my top 15 we talked about, Richard Jenkins. Those two guys are fucking incredible in that movie.
Yeah.
But Bradley Whitford just works. Like he's a work. All these guys are workers, but like how many 134 credits.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I won't go into detail. You know who he is, Bradley Whitford. I'm so scared about reading the rest of my names now. Like it's all fucked up.
What number are we on right now?
Number 11.
David Patrick Kelly. David Patrick Kelly.
And we save him because he's to come on my list.
Oh yeah, I just saw his name. I'm gonna put him up here. So yeah, we'll save him. So I'll put him on your number when he comes up.
Okay.
But I got also as another one. Andrew Robinson.
Oh, sorry. Andrew Robinson.
Andrew Robinson is a character actor. He's in Deep Space Nine. Played Garrick on Deep Space Nine. He was the Scorpio killer in Dirty Harry. He's the dad in Hellraiser. He's in Cobra. He's in a bunch of stuff. He just kind of shows up. He's always like the bureaucrat. He's always like the dicky, slimy guy. Or the Larry. He's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Larry from Hellraiser.
He's mostly going to be known to most people as the Scorpio killer from Dirty Harry.
In DS9, he was Garrick, who's a great character, and he's phenomenal on that show.
Child's Play 3.
Just wonderful. Of course.
That's a good one.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's in to keep his
108
his health insurance.
Still
he's in a lot of stuff. That guy works. Oh yeah. Oh, he's a solid actor. He's always good, no matter what he's in.
See, there's just so many of these guys you can just list off, and
yeah,
I feel like character actors are more personal than like I like the Hemsworth brother. Like I feel like that's just generic,
right?
Like, this is more personal. Like he connects to you. Like I don't have him on my list, but definitely, yeah, he's great. He's the only thing I like in the movie Hellraiser, the first one.
Yeah,
I don't even like him in the first one. I like him though. No. He's interesting.
Yeah. He's a good actor, and he's in it, and he's just like the tragic victim in that movie.
But he's so fucking good at Dirty Harry because he gets caught.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty Harry beats him up.
You can't do that, man.
Let him go.
Yeah.
He gets a restraining order.
I got rights, man. I got rights.
He's just playing it up, and he's like a perfect mixture of pathetic and evil.
Yeah.
And it's because most movies didn't have a villain like that. It was kind of I don't want to know if that's a first, but like that was a big one.
It's an interesting, version of a serial killer in a movie.
Yeah,
where at the time, Dirty Harry. Yeah, pretty interesting. But yeah, Andrew Robinson, solid character actor.
I love movies where I know you are doing this, and then the other guy's like, I know I'm doing this. Like he knows Dirty Harry knows who he is, and he's the killer. But that's what I love about it. Is how do I
about it, Callahan?
Yeah. That's what I love so much about that movie is like, and I love the head-to-head battle of the first movie that is not in the rest of the movies.
No, not really.
No, the other movies are fine.
Anybody, what's the one? The second to last one, where he goes to Santa Cruz.
No, that's
Magnum Force. No, that's the second one.
Is it Magnum Force? That's the second one. Then it's
I think Magnum Force is the second one. Deadpool's the worst. That's the last one. The Deadpool. That one is just mad. That one's madness.
So it goes Dirty Harry, Magnum Force, and then it goes.
Because there's 5 of them, aren't there?
There's 5.
There's 5 Dirty Harry movies. Yeah,
I'll look it up.
Excessive Force?
No. Okay, so it goes Dirty Harry, Magnum Force, The Enforcer, Sudden Impact.
The Enforcer.
God damn it.
Sudden Impact. Yeah, I like Sudden Impact just because that one is it's a very different take on. Yeah, and that's got a lot of character actors, but just when Clint Eastwood punches that woman in the face, like she's just god, such a funny fucking bit.
Within the last year, I went back and rewatched all 5 of those, and I was surprised how little I cared about Magnum Force and The Enforcer, but Sudden Impact I did really enjoy.
So I like Magnum Force wasn't bad, but yeah, Sudden Impact I enjoed a lot.
No, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just like that Sudden Impact is the one that caught my eye. Like, okay.
Right, yeah. Even though it has elements of out of controlness,
because Clint Eastwood just gets to this town and he stops a bank robbery on the first hour, the first second he's in town. A bank robbery. It's like a goofy, like it feels like a James Bond. It feels like Roger Moore James Bond shenanigans. Yeah.
Yeah. Only what's his name doesn't blow up.
Exactly. You fight Coda. Another great character actor. Yeah, fight Coda.
Yeah.
Put him on the list.
I noticed when he died, it was like a major celebrity died. It wasn't like a character actor died. Like everyone's like, "Oh,
yeah,
interesting." I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Like Sidney Poitier, when he died, I got it.
Right.
But
yeah.
when Kodo died, it was like, I didn't know you guys knew who he was. I thought that was just like a film person guy, you know.
Well,
he was
in
like
a lot
all
more
over the
mainstream
news
stuff. Yeah, he was in more mainstream. I think if you're a Bond villain, you're going to be put in that upper echelon of character actors. Honestly,
yeah, because you got like Christopher Walken.
Yeah, especially if you're if you're the only black villain in a James Bond movie. I mean, honestly, I think he's the only black Bond villain ever.
That's the most racist fucking movie history. Impossible, you know.
Terrible movie. I hate that. I hate all of the Roger Moore Bond movies. I hate them. They're not. I just don't like them. I don't like.
They're fucking terrible. There's a couple of them that aren't that bad. Man with the Golden Gun isn't bad.
Oh, really?
That one's real low key.
I think that was real bad. I hate that one with the midget with the plane. Poor
Hervé Village in the end. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, he puts him in the suitcase and it's like a
the movie itself before that isn't as bad. They keep it minimal in the second half.
The Man with the Golden Gun.
And I kind of like the first half of Moonraker. Before they get to the moon. It's a fine movie.
Well, a lot of people think The Spy Who Loved Me is the best one.
Of his?
Of one. They say that one's like top 5 Bond material is Spy Who Loved Me.
I need to rewatch that particular one.
They say
almost nothing sticks out.
Yeah. Because that one's the most famous for it's got the Union Jack flag at the beginning with the skiing. I think it's that one, which is like really famous, I guess, it's famous stunt. And it has the Carly Simon song.
Okay.
Nobody Does It Better. So it's that song. It's just one of the better Roger Moore songs.
The weird thing about 007 is they only work as a collection. Like individually, you're like, how is this a series? But like as a series, you're like, oh yeah, keep it going. But if you only seen one, you're like, nothing.
Yeah.
Especially Roger Moore era.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I loved James Bond when I was a kid, but then I grew out of them. That's what I feel like. I grew up out of the James Bond movies.
But fucking Skyfall. Great movie.
Oh, it's awesome. Skyfall's good. Yeah, Skyfall's
genuinely great movie.
Yeah.
The rest of them, they're good, but I don't care.
Now, Javier Bardem. Do you consider him a character actor? No, because he's been in movies.
He leads movies.
Yeah.
He's led too much. My number 10. This is the top 10 here. Number 10. I don't think we're gonna do 45 minutes, man. I'm trying. Number 10, Nicky Cat.
Ooh, good choice. You know what? That's my 10 too.
I couldn't leave him out simply because of the Way of the Gun.
Yeah. Way of the Gun and the Limey.
He worked with Soderbergh. Sin City. He worked and then he just stopped.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Under the Candelabra is his last movie, I think.
I'm looking right now. I just pulled him up. Behind the Candelabra, he did in 2013. He came back for one episode of Casual in 2018, whatever that is.
Wow, and that's it.
He's in The Dark Knight. He has the worst lines in that movie.
Yeah. We're stealing ducks.
I don't know why. Aircraft. He has the worst lines, most obvious lines.
Oh, no! You gotta be kidding me! Oh,
he was in World Trade Center.
Come up.
I don't know a whole lot of his movies. He was big in like the late 90s. He was in a bunch of movies, but him and The Way of the Gun, and Boiler Room are really all I need for that guy. Because he steals those movies for me. I love him in those fucking things. And man, I wish he would. I wish he was still around. I don't know why he stopped. I don't know what happened, but I'm sure he's doing whatever he wants.
He
Insomnia.
He made his money. Oh, he's great in Insomnia. Yeah.
Rules of Engagement.
Rules. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, Batman and Robin. He's also in
Lord.
A Time to Kill.
Yeah, is he one of the KKK guys?
Billy Ray Cobb. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's the murderer. He's the guy on trial, I think. Yeah.
He's in.
Yeah, Nicky Cat's a good choice. Yeah.
Nicky Cat, I fucking love. The Burbs.
That's right. I know you'd be at work in like half an hour, man. Hey, man, piss off.
Speaking of the plane, his first credit was Fantasy Island.
Oh God.
He was a kid actor.
Wow.
I'm sure he's
Gremlins
he was in.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
He's in a ton of stuff, and
yeah, we worked a lot.
74 things, but yeah, he hasn't worked in a while, and I do miss him. I definitely want to provide a shout out for him. Not that we're going to give him any coverage, but I do appreciate your work, Nicky Cat. It did not go unappreciated.
One of the greats.
Number 9.
My number 9, since you said tennis, Nicky Cat as well. My number 9, Stacy Keach.
Ooh, interesting choice.
I've already gone over 1,000 times how much I love Stacy Keach. He reminds me of my dad, which seems like it would be a real negative. But
right,
I know I love him. American History X, the show Titus was a huge. I love that growing up.
Yeah,
he's in so many things. We even watch him in Body Bags. We watch so many different things he's done.
He's great in that movie. What's it called? Nebraska, where he was in the Bruce Stern movie. It's a great movie.
Bruce Stern should be in my top 10. He's not.
Well, Bruce Stern was a leading actor. Let's not forget he was a star in a lot of movies. So he's more of a leading man. He's not really a character actor. He's more of a leading man.
I will agree. During our lifetime, he has not been a leading man. But yes, you are right.
Yeah, I would say It's like saying comparing him to like Brad Pitt, because Brad Pitt was a star, but he's kind of taking on character actor roles now. He kind of just shows up in movies as character actor roles.
But he's still leading.
He's good. But he's the lead. Well, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't care about being the leading man, but he is the leading man. But he would do a character role. Just look at Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Bullet Train. He's barely in Bullet Train. It's more of a character actor part. And some other movies he's done lately. Like even in his bigger movies, it's ensemble. He's like an in and out. True Romance. He's part of that character actor cavalcade.
Who are you talking about?
Brad Pitt.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Brad Pitt. I'm just saying in general, just as an example of a leading man that could be a character actor who fancies himself. I'm going to say Wallace Shawn for my number 9.
Good one. Okay.
Wallace Shawn. He's a good go-to. He's always shows up in movies. He's the best part of the movie. Inconceivable.
Yeah.
He's
2 movies
guy
come to mind from childhood. That is one.
Oh, absolutely. And he's in a bunch of stuff. He's a really high-end intellectual, because he did My Dinner with Andre in the 80s, which is famous for just being a movie about a guy at a dinner. And it was an art house hit. And that's all it is. 2 guys at a table talking. That's the movie. And
did they even get nominated?
Jerked it off. They loved it. I think it won Best Script. I think it got nominated. I think it won Academy Awards. I think they did, but they didn't win.
For acting, okay.
I'm almost positive they got nominated.
It's Princess Bride and Clueless. More Clueless for me.
Clueless.
He plays the teacher in that.
Yeah, right.
Wallace Shawn's great. Can't go wrong with him.
And how many?
He's unique.
Voices in cartoons that guy does. Yeah,
he's made it work.
That guy
with a ridiculous face and even more ridiculous voice. He's made it work.
Right.
That's what makes character actors so fun. They're either really good actors or they're so unique. They like Richard Kind is another guy like that. He has such a unique voice that he's just going to keep getting work because of that voice.
He just shows up in these movies.
Yeah, he doesn't have a voice on American Dad.
There.
They had a whole season of American Dad for no reason. They focused entirely on his character every episode. It was so funny. He's just a random
Wow.
character, and they're like, "What about Tuttle?"
that's
and they
funny.
just randomly bring up Tuttle, and he would show up, and you're like, "Why? Why?" He's such a minor
That's
character.
funny.
It's just so funny.
That's funny.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say about Wallace Shawn?
No, let's move on. He's another well-known guy, but no one knows his name. They know who he is, but they wouldn't know his name. Who's your 8?
My number 8. I want to make sure that no, it actually didn't autocorrect. Okay, I want to make sure I didn't say it wrong. Michael Stuhlbarg.
He sounds familiar. Remind me.
A Serious Man, Boardwalk Empire.
Yes, he's very good.
Not a leading man. He did one Coen Brothers movie
Yes.
where he's the lead. That's about it. So I'm not
Serious
including
Man.
him
Yeah, that was
as a leading man.
Yeah, he's awesome, and he's awesome in Boardwalk Empire. He was good
Awesome
in Men in Black 3.
I was going to say Men in Black 3. Hate that movie.
Yeah.
No, hate it.
He's the best.
I don't like it. He's the best part of it.
Yeah.
I will say I was watching that movie and I was like, because I never saw it, and I watched the second one. I was like, this sucks. And I watched the third one. I'm like, oh, this sucks even worse. But okay, here we. Oh, Michael Stuhlbarg. Okay, and I perked up. I'm like, oh, he knows the future. He knows all the different. He was like a weird Rick and Morty character before Rick and Morty.
Right.
He knew all the stuff that would happen. And he's underrated. He's not in the whole lot. He is in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. He shows up for one scene in the wedding. He's also in the first Doctor Strange. He does fucking nothing. He's in Trumbo, one of my favorite underrated movies.
Oh, you like Trumbo? I can watch it.
I fucking love Trumbo. He's in Steve
I
Jobs,
could get
another
into
one
it.
of my favorite underrated movies.
That's right. Yeah, Steve Jobs. That movie's awesome. The Michael Fassbender one.
So those are two movies where personally I would like. I love those fucking movies. Both of those.
No, Steve Jobs is a great movie.
You didn't like Trumbo?
I didn't care for Trumbo. I think because it was overhyped for me. I was just like, oh, it feels like an HBO made for cable movie to me. It's just like, nothing to it. I like Bryan Cranston.
I do agree with the feeling of the glossing over the time periods as far as HBO movie, but I really connected with the character and how he progressed. That was mostly what mattered for me.
Yeah.
7 Psychopaths. He's also in Michael. He's in that movie.
That's right. Yeah.
That is a great fucking movie.
Michael Pitt at the beginning.
Michael Pitt. I didn't put Michael Pitt on my list. Because he does lead movies sometimes.
Yes, and he doesn't really work anymore.
He's kind of an in-between guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael Pitt, I fucking love.
He is good.
Seeing like Dane DeHaan, like he leads movies sometimes. So I didn't put him on my list of those kind of guys.
Yeah.
But I don't like A Serious Man, but I really enjoyed watching him in that movie.
Right. Yeah. No, he's good.
Other than that,
I do like him a lot.
Didn't care about at all.
Yeah, that's a rough one to watch. It's boring.
I don't really recognize most of his first movies. Like I don't recognize anything until he's in a Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. 8 years into his career.
He started. Yeah, crazy.
He started in '98. Studio 60 episode was 2006. He's in Body of Lies. That's the first movie I recognize he's in.
Okay.
And then Serious Man. Like they really did start him. But I find him fascinating.
Yeah. Interesting.
All right. What is your number 8?
Steve Buscemi.
No. Pick another one.
You think he's too big?
No.
He's too big?
No. It's your list. I'm kidding. It's your list.
Okay.
He is definitely a household name.
Jeffrey Combs.
Okay, that's a really good one. We quote him a lot. You can choose. I'm going off my criteria. You can choose whoever you want.
That's fine. I just want to give Steve Buscemi a shout out, but I agree. I think he is kind of like the go-to.
Everyone knows who he is.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah,
but yeah, I would say Stephen Root. Who did I say?
Stephen Root. No, you said
Stephen Root.
No, you did not say Stephen Root.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's on the list too, though.
Oh, Jeffrey
remember who you
Combs.
said
Right,
now.
yeah.
Jeffrey
Yeah,
Combs.
Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Combs.
Combs, yeah.
Great choice.
Yeah, Jeffrey Combs. He's perfect. Yeah, he's awesome. And I feel like he's known in circles, but he is not a household name. But
No,
people
not
would know
household
who he is if they saw him. He's in a lot of cult classics. He shows up in shit. He has a lot of voices on cartoons. He's just got that. He's getting older now because he's been around for about 40 years.
He was.
But he's
the
done a
original
lot
Bruce
of good
Campbell.
stuff.
Bruce
Yes, he
Campbell
was.
without the obvious sarcasm.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell's more sarcastic openly than Jeffrey Combs, but they are very similar in style.
Now, would
That
you
is a
consider
really-
Bruce Campbell a leading man?
Yes. He led a TV
Okay, I
show.
would
He
too. I
led
would
a
say-
movie series.
yeah.
Yes, he's a leading man. He had his own
I
TV
would
show,
say-
Cisco.
Yeah.
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 But that's another good choice. But it's just it doesn't meet my criteria. Again, I know I'm being very
Right, yeah,
picky
no.
on my list. That doesn't affect your list. Do
No,
whatever you
that's
want.
fine. Yeah, Jeffrey
but yeah,
Combs is solid.
Steve
So,
Buscemi,
yeah, that sounds
everyone
good.
fucking loves. But
They
Jeffrey
do,
Combs, we quote him a lot now because I started doing
Yeah.
you're violating my territorial bubble. My body is a roadmap of pain.
Remember pain? Yeah, that's a good
What's
one.
that quote from Reanimator? He's like, "What do you want to write? Dead cat, details to follow, or something like that." What is that quote?
Oh. Something like that.
I'm gonna look it
I
up.
don't know, because he makes a serum and he's resurrecting the dead.
I'm gonna
Resurrection of the dead.
Dead cat, details later. It's a funny little quote
Right.
he does. I don't want to get bogged down playing clips because we're already going long, but
Right.
that is a good one. He did not make my. See, this is where my list, my honorable mention list, could be triple the length if I.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, honorable mentions is a lot. Yeah.
My number 7, Miguel Ferreira. Miguel Ferrer.
Oh yes,
That's name.
good choice. You know what? I'll be on par with you. So that's my 7.
He died in 2017. I've already openly
sad.
admitted how much I love this guy during our LAW The Stand review. I won't go any more detail.
Yeah.
I
was one of the best.
am fucking bummed out this guy died. Even like Blank Check, where he plays the scumbag that wrote the check. He's great in everything. The Stand, Traffic, RoboCop, Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me. He's in so much stuff, and he's great in everything. He steals the movie. As much as I love the miniseries The Stand, he's the reason I love it so much.
Yeah.
Him as Lloyd stole it.
Yeah.
The remake of The Stand didn't give a shit about the character Lloyd.
Nope.
Who even played Lloyd?
I don't remember. Don't care. I don't want to go back.
I know who played Matt Frewer's role. It was the Mr. Insanity, Mr. Flash.
But yeah, fucking Ezra Miller, an awful character actor. By the way, do you see the news? Mike Flanagan's going to do Dark Tower.
Are they doing it as a miniseries?
It's going to be a 5-season show with 2 movies. So that sounds
5
good to me.
seasons and 2 movies after.
Apparently, I don't know. I don't know what the order is going to be. They're saying tentatively a 5-season run with 2 movies.
Here's how I know I'm going to love it. You hear my reaction to that? That's my reaction to everything I love from Mike Flanagan, where I hear the plot and I go, and then I fucking love it.
And then it ends up being great. Yeah.
The man can
So
do
I'm
no
excited
wrong
about
by
that.
me. Even if I don't like it, I'm
It's a
still
good
like,
choice.
I'd fucking try, man.
Oh yeah, no, I'm going to be excited for that one.
It can't be worse than the fucking movie they made with. All right, like that guy.
Oh yeah,
His name.
I liked aspects of it, but the movie itself was not very good. But would you say Idris Elba's a character actor, or he's lead man?
No, he's a star.
He's a star.
He is a star. He just started in
even though nothing really has taken off for him, but I still love him. But every movie he's in is a failure. They don't make money.
I won't disagree, but everyone knows who he is because everyone, men included, and very much including me, want to fuck him.
Absolutely.
He's doing commercials for the travel, whatever. He's on TV all the time.
I like to travel.
His real voice sounds nothing like he does in movies, by the way. You hear him on those commercials?
Yeah.
He's like, get away You're gonna travel, and you're like, oh my god, that's his, and his teeth are all jagged. You're like, that's what he looks like. Oh my god.
I got me teeth fixed in England, eh?
I'm gonna play it.
That's the problem from England.
I want to play a commercial. Booking.com. That's what he does.
That's right. He does.
Can you hear this? I don't know why it's not doing this audio for lately.
I haven't heard anything right now.
Look at him. Can you see him at least?
I can see him. I can't hear him. He looks kind of sickly there.
Look at his teeth.
I've got some jagged-edged teeth, mate.
Look at him. He looks and sounds so bad in those commercials. My wife had to convince me that was him because I go, no. That guy's like a less attractive, like weirder sounding version. And she's like, no.
Exactly.
And I looked it up. I go, oh, that is him. I'd still fuck him.
Oops. Ah.
There's not a lot of guys I would fuck, but he's definitely on the list. So that, no, I don't put him on there. But if he wasn't famous, yes, because of The Wire and because of The Office and Rock and Rolla.
Yeah, that's right.
He's great in everything.
Had some
balls. Is that your number 7? Did you do
number 7 for me? I'm going to say I'll go old school. Peter Lorre. Let's go with Peter Lorre.
Okay.
We'll go old school.
Do you not consider
here.
Peter Lorre a major actor?
No, because he starred in M as a psychopathic killer, but that was a 30s movie.
And then he was back up to everyone.
Then he was always
that's fair.
Always the villain. He's always the henchman to somebody in a Humphrey Bogart crime movie.
I agree.
Or whatever. So I think Peter Lorre, one of the original, original go-to character actors. Yes. What are you gonna do about that? I don't know. And we share the same birthday, so shout out to Peter Lorre, who's been dead for probably 30 years.
30? Has it not been
50,
more?
I don't know.
He looked like he was ready to die in 1939.
Let me see when I died. Oh,
do you not? Okay.
Lorre.
Am I wrong to assume that the waiter character from The Simpsons was based on Peter Lorre?
No, there's another character that does that.
Is that
there's
someone
another
else?
Character actor. Yeah, he's from an old radio show.
Okay, that's just who it reminded me of when I see that guy.
Holy shit!
1969?
He died at 64.
Okay, I was off by 5 years.
He was born 1904. He died 1964, age 59.
Well, you said
he
died recently. I'm like, no, sir.
God,
he was elderly in M.
Yes, like he was.
And M was one of the first movies with sound.
With that, yes. I mean, he's in a lot of movies.
He is. That is a good choice, though. Definitely not on my list, but that is a good one. Is there any other movies on this?
Originals.
Is there another movie that you want to shout out for him?
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. He's in The Beast with Five Fingers, The Verdict, Black Angel, Three Strangers, Confidential Agent, Hollywood Canteen. I don't know what that is. The Arsenic and Old Lace is a good one.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Passage to Marseille, Casablanca. He's in Maltese Falcon. I mean, big movies here. Big movies.
But these are big movies where he's not the lead. Both Humphrey Bogart movies, not the lead, but clearly he knew him. And
so he did star in the Mr. Moto franchise in 1939.
Here's what I love about character actors. They friend themselves because actors love actors that complement them well. Like this guy's a really good actor. I'll carry him on my next project. They do it with actors, and they definitely do it with directors. Like Michael Mann has his crew of actors, and they all move on. David Fincher does the same thing. Christopher Nolan, the same guys move along. Those character actors get carried along. Like Mark Boone Jr. that I mentioned is in like half the Christopher Nolan movies. Yeah, and that's what I find fascinating about them is they keep showing up. They get complimentary work to their talents, and I find that very interesting because stars, like, they can hit or miss, and you don't give a shit. Like, I don't want to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Like Jake Gyllenhaal's, and okay, I don't care. But like fucking Miguel
Right.
Ferrer shows up, and I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
My number 6. That is a good number 7, though. I don't have that on my list. I'm kind of mad. I do have my number 6, though. You mentioned earlier, David Patrick Kelly.
Okay, I'll say that's my number 6 as well.
It was your number.
Good choice. He's wonderful.
Whatever. Yeah. He's the. I mentioned earlier. The other actor on my list that I wish would get really big recognition for how fucking good he can be. This is the other guy. Right. I think he should get a retroactive Oscar for The Crow.
Absolutely, yeah.
Him, I know I say I cry during a lot of movies, but him and The Crow, where he's just like, he's getting duct taped to the seat while he's like setting the bombs in his car.
There ain't no coming back. There ain't no coming back.
But he's like trying to plead, and there's like different emotions every time he says that phrase, and he says it like 50 times. I'm like, God fucking damn, this guy's good.
His eyebrows are getting duct taped to the seat.
They're
open. I mean, fire it up,
and he holds the shot down,
and
he takes the bullet first.
He's great in Dreamscape. Did you ever see Dreamscape? And the Warriors, he's great in the Warriors. Come out and play, Warriors.
Flags Our Fathers. Twin Peaks, and the return of Twin Peaks.
Yeah,
his Twin Peaks return episodes are like he takes acid in the woods. It's nonsense, but he's great in the original 2 seasons. Last Man Standing.
He was in. Last Man Standing. He's good in that. He's just a good villain. He's just always been a good character actor, villain. But also he plays sympathetic characters here and there, and he can be a really good sympathetic character. I think he's in K-Pax. Remember K-Pax?
Yes. Kevin Spacey, Insane Room, Alien, blah, blah, blah.
I have to catch a beam of light to my next trial.
But he ends up being real.
No, he isn't. Well, we don't know.
Oh, I thought he was. I don't give a shit about that movie. Nobody gave a shit.
Jeff Bridges. I'll do that. Jeff Bridges seems to do whatever script is left on the floor by Harrison Ford. I feel like it's like I ain't gonna do that shit. I ain't doing that. I'll do it.
Do you notice from 2000 to 2001, that's a 2-year span, there was 55 bad sci-fi movies that they just threw out, like Simone,
right?
And like, oh god, AI was one of them. They just kept pumping these fucking things out. K-Pax.
Yeah.
Oh god, I can list
the Sixth Man. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's another good one. Yeah, you're right. There's 1,000 of those that came out in a little tiny period, but there's so many of them. The One,
yeah.
They're gonna slowly creep in here. Oh my god! I wish I put David Patrick Kelly up higher on my list because if I'm looking at my list right now, I would put him at number 4. But it's too late.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
Because I think he's a better actor than the other guys. He's just not in as much as the other 2 guys above him.
I would agree with you. He's
so consider David Patrick Kelly my number 4, ipso facto. All right, what is your number 6? Oh, you chose
number
David
6.
You replaced
I'm
one.
With you, yeah. Okay, yes, that works.
See, my number 5, I would actually put below David Patrick Kelly, but it's going to be Gary Cole.
Ooh, good choice. I didn't even think about him. Yeah, good choice.
Yeah. He's in
very good.
Much.
A Simple Plan. He shows up in that movie. Yeah, he's very good. He's a good
Obviously,
choice.
You know him as Lumbergh from Office Space.
Lumbergh fucked her.
He plays the principal on Family Guy. He's in so much stuff. He's just one of those guys. His voice. He works a lot, like so 197 credits to his name. I don't even want to go through his list. He's in so much. Most of it's voiceover work because of his awesome deep voice. But he's always a pleasure when I see him, and I'm always happy. Oh, Gary Cole. Like he played Because when I first saw him in my life, it was Mike Brady in the Brady Bunch movie.
That's right. Yes. Remember, wherever you go,
Most people do not remember that. Yeah.
I almost said I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know how far into his career that was. Because that was like 95, right?
It was about 95, roughly.
Oh, God.
Say.
He was in a Twilight Zone episode, Her Pilgrim Soul from 85.
Did we see that one?
Did we see that one? That's the question. Miami Vice, the TV series. He worked with Michael Mann. Okay.
Yes.
Moonlighting, the TV series. Okay.
Who's a character actor from the 80s and 90s.
Before he's in Twilight Zone, the Rod Stone's Lost Classics that we did. I definitely remember him there.
Yes.
Pretty much movie, 95. He started in 83. So 12 years in.
Wow.
He plays Mike Brady. He does.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie, but it is a serviceable movie because it's supposed to be sarcastic and stupid. It knows what it's doing. That movie. If you ever watch it, like the George Glass stuff is all like super over the top.
It's all from the
fun.
show.
It's a fun movie. Yeah. They take these stupid things
from the show. Yeah.
Yeah, they take this stupid shit and then they made it into like a. Isn't it funny that we're doing a
George Glass
movie? Same thing with the Beverly Hills movie with Diedrich Bader. Diedrich Bader should have made my top 10. Fuck.
Diedrich Bader's a good one.
Ryan Stiles.
Fuck. Yeah, Jim Varney.
Jim Varney. He's a household
Jim
name.
Varney
he led
could be
a series of movies now.
Yeah, yes and no. But yeah. He's been dead since 1999, so this generation doesn't know.
We're not going up what we are now. Yeah.
That's fine.
He was in the Toy Story movies. The first one was like one of the biggest movies ever.
Yeah, two he's in because he died.
2 and then died.
That was the last thing he did. Because he smoked like a train. Burn. Hey, Burn.
Can you tell?
I'm going to die.
All right. Gary Cole's voice is a something to orgasm to. But what is your number 5?
Very nice. Number 5, Joey Pantoliano.
I have him as too much of an actor.
I don't think he's
But I don't think he leads anything, does he?
He's the quintessential character.
I think you're right. See, I didn't put him on the list because I consider him too well known, like Luis Guzman.
Well, that's the thing. I would say he's top 5 because he's just.
Yeah,
I would definitely say Joey Pants top 5. Yeah,
and we met him
5 for sure. Yeah, well, I didn't meet him. I saw him. I didn't really meet him.
Oh, that's fair.
I think he was gone.
We sat in front of him while he tried to look incognito.
Yeah.
I noticed that you're bald and have a mustache, and you're clearly Joey Pants.
Yeah. And your son his last name is Pantoliano.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we graduated like right after his son, and we're sitting in his graduation, and we turned directly behind me, and I go, I think you told me like fucking Joey Pants is right behind you, and I was like, yes, he is. There was no question.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Joey.
We didn't say anything out of respect because he was clearly like he had the hat on, like clearly trying to like.
Yeah. No, he was there for his kid. He was being supportive, and he probably had to get on a train or a plane to go shoot something else because that guy works all the time. I don't know about now. Now he's pretty much done. He doesn't really do anything anymore.
Let me look him up.
Not that he has to. I mean, he really doesn't have to because he was in thousands of things. That guy
he's in the bottom of the Nick Cage cast movies, Zandalay.
Oh my God. That should tell you something.
He's in 3 movies so far that I can see on my top 100.
Right, yeah.
My number 2 movie, Memento.
That's right.
My number 70-something movie, Bad Boys. And then like 98, 99, The Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's still working. He's on episodes of Chucky, the fucking Chucky show. He plays himself.
Oh my God. Oh God.
He's in a TV movie from 2018 called Lake Placid Legacy. Lake Placid Legacies. Who knows how many movies that is into the series.
Wow. Interesting.
The guy fucking works. 153 credits.
Wow.
This is what I find so fascinating about character actors.
Yeah.
Because as soon as they hit it big, their numbers slow down, and they're in like a movie or two a year, and I find that so boring. Like, here's the new Mel Gibson movie, like back in his heyday.
Right.
All right, but it's like, if you're struggling to work, you're gonna show up and like I'm gonna do my thing here to get recognized, and I find that so much more fascinating than. Yeah. All right, Joey Pants. If I were to make my list over, I consider him in the Louis Guzman category. Personally, I wouldn't put him on there, but if he were, he would definitely be in my top 5.
Yeah, I would say.
My number 4 is perhaps the greatest character actor of all time. Numbers wise and quality wise, I will say he rate, because I looked up a bunch of lists earlier, and he was like in the top 3 of all the lists. He was the only one that was consistently in the top 3. You mentioned his name earlier on accident, Stephen Root.
Really? Okay, that high. Okay, yeah. Good choice. Yeah. He is good. He shows up in a bunch of stuff. Yeah, he's great.
He's in everything.
Literally, yeah. But again, is he almost too well known like Joey Pants and Louis Guzman? No. He's almost in that category, right?
He's almost, but nobody knows his name. He has such a generic white man name that nobody knows who the fuck he is. Like, if you go ask who's this Mexican dude, or maybe like Louis Guzman, all right. But if you go show them Stephen Root's face, they're like, I don't know, that's fucking
Milton from Office Space.
Yeah. That's the blind. What's his role in Oh Brother Where Art Thou? He was the record dude.
Yeah, he's the blind guy.
He blind? Yeah, blind. Okay,
he was blind. Yeah,
it's been too long since I've seen that movie. But then he finds out isn't there one scene where he finds out they're black? God, it's been so long. Since I've seen that movie.
I haven't seen that movie. Yeah, I haven't seen it since it came out.
It's a movie I didn't like, so that's part of why I don't remember it that well, because I didn't like it the first 2 times, and third time it like clicked, and I was like, God damn, this movie is great, and I changed my tune. I've seen it like twice since then, but don't have it memorized by any means.
Well, my number 4.
Can we talk about Coen Brothers movies next episode?
We could, yeah. Yeah, I just watched
William Sadler.
I fucking loved it. William Sadler. I'm gonna put him up there. William Sadler, he's up there for me. I like him. He was in Shawshank. He's in Green Miles and the Mist. He's in all the Frank Darabont movies. He's great. He's in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. He's in Die Hard 2. Yeah, he's great. He's good in everything.
You pinko bit. Yeah.
No pictures, you pinko bitch. Fucking you.
He doesn't say the pinko bitch line, does he?
No, it's the other character actor. No, it's the guy from Howard Hudson Hawk. Snickers from Hudson Hawk.
Yeah. The other guy. I thought it was that black dude at the end of that line of dudes. Who's in
he's another character actor. I forgot his name. His wife is a director, and she directed Harriet. I know that.
The other character actor that we didn't talk about is the janitor that drives around Bruce Willis in Die Hard 2. He's in a ton of stuff too.
He's in a lot of stuff. I don't know his name off the top of my head at all. Yeah. But he's up there. What about the guy from Fear the Walking Dead? The guy who could play a Mexican, an Arab, a white guy, a Filipino. He could play any part. That guy should
Travis and Fear the Walking Dead. His name. We talked about him before, and I have his name memorized. I will not forget it. Here I am.
Lost to the ages.
Gone. God damn it.
Gone. Gone.
Here's Fear the Walking Dead. I'm so pissed at myself for forgetting this guy's name. I hate myself right now. Cliff Curtis. God damn it, I knew that.
Cliff Curtis, yeah.
He plays 50. He's like John Turturro, plays 50 different races. Whatever you got, I'm here to play it without seeming offensive.
He pulls them all off. He's great. Cliff Curtis, a great character actor. Yeah, he's a good one. He's high. He's up there. He'd be in the top 20 for sure.
You know what else is good that I like? Maggie Grace.
I don't know. She starred in some movies.
Yeah, I
And
was
she was in The
looking at Fear the Walking
Fog.
Dead cast. Coleman Domingo, Frank
Yeah.
Delane, a
Yeah.
lot of good character actors in there.
Oh, Dominic DeMunn.
Lenny
Or
James,
Garrett
Jeffrey
DeMunn. Jeffrey DeMunn.
Jeffrey.
He's another good character actor.
He's on my honorable
He's a good
mention.
standout.
I'll remove him now.
Yeah, he's a good honorable mention. Anthony Zerbe is another honorable mention.
Okay, I'm so sorry. What was your number 5? You just said him.
Number 5 was Joey Pants.
No, your number 5 was. Oh yeah, sorry. Number 4.
Joey Pants.
No, sorry, your number 4 was William Sadler.
Yeah,
Shawshank. I came by to say fairly well.
Crazy cool
lines. I would say he has the most comedic lines.
Yeah, in Shawshank for sure. Yeah,
in Shawshank, because he's supposed to be stupid, like Alexander, dumbass.
The
other guy, the more like stern voice, has some funny lines, like the you should. Oh, I'll smell my ass, right? That one.
Yeah,
he hands him the cigarettes.
Yeah.
I believe you can
smell my ass, red.
Line them up.
Or I believe you're talking out your ass. You believe whatever you want to believe. He's a good one.
Yeah, but I don't know his name. But the other guy from Sopranos is also with that crew that you mentioned.
Yeah, Robert. I know his name. I just wrote it down. It's Robert or David Proval.
Okay,
David Proval.
I almost put him on the list. Yeah. The reason I didn't,
now.
I purposely didn't put any Sopranos people because I knew you would.
Right.
And I went, because I was looking at my list and I'm like, I don't have anyone from Sopranos, because I was looking up TV shows, I looked up Breaking Bad. Like Jonathan Banks is on my list.
Because honestly, James Gandolfini could be a character actor.
But he's a star.
Because
he's one of the biggest
TV
TV shows.
Sopranos, but that's TV. In movies, he was a character actor, and he's never starred in a movie.
He did star in movies, but
because I would even consider, odd way. Okay, you know what? You know who my number 3 is? This is round number 3. We should move. Lance Henriksen.
Good one.
Lance Henriksen.
My number 3.
Great.
Not since we're talking about Shawshank, Clancy fucking Brown.
Yes, he's actually very good. Yes, I knew you would mention him, so I was like,
Lance Henriksen.
He's up there for sure. Yeah,
you knew I was going to. He's
I
like my favorite characters of all time.
Yeah. Well, then I know who your number 1 is.
You know who my number 1 is already, but
I know.
No, actually, I don't think you do.
Or maybe it's number 2 that I know what is your number 2.
You should know one of the people on my top 1 or 2.
I know
what order. Okay, what is Lance Henriksen? Go ahead.
What's Lance Henriksen? He's fucking great in everything that he's in.
Everything.
Everything. He is one of those quintessential professional actors. He knows what he's doing. He's in fucking. He started off in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. He shows up in there. And Aliens. He's Bishop. He's like one of the guys working for the government.
You know Spielberg a lot more than I do.
Yeah,
early Spielberg.
Early, yeah,
and even honestly later, because I don't know. He's gonna win Best Picture.
I couldn't say later.
Piss me off. You know his fucking new movie's gonna win Best Picture. I guarantee it right now.
No. Nobody cares about that movie.
Hold on.
They're saying
right now, timestamp 12/9/2022. Calling it right now. It's gonna win Best Picture.
Not.
I'm watching the way the critics are calling that movie and how they're praising it and how they're sucking his dick. He made a movie about himself. It's his last movie. It's gonna win Best Picture. Guarantee it.
Are they saying it's his last movie?
Yes.
Are they?
Yeah, because it's an ode to his mom. It's gonna win Best Picture. I guarantee it.
They're saying Gun's gonna win Best Picture.
What? Gun?
Top Gun.
I was thinking Rust.
Top Gun
Rust
2
win Best Picture for the trial. Alex Baldwin in Rust, the trial.
Oh my God!
Most convincing role of an innocent man.
I didn't kill her. I didn't kill her. I took her to dinner. I took her family out to dinner before I killed her.
I shot her and her lesbian, whatever. Sorry. Was she a lesbian? I don't even know. I shot her anyway.
No, she wasn't. No, she was married. She had kids.
I know the reality.
No, Lance Henriksen.
Alec,
Yeah, okay.
Alec
Excuse
doesn't
me.
know.
Excuse me. No, you don't know what you're talking about. Excuse me. No, yeah, Lance Henriksen, Stone Cold. He's one of the greatest villains of all time in a movie called Stone Cold, where the bad guys win. That movie has the bad guys winning, and he plays one of the greatest biker gang leaders in history of cinema, Lance Henriksen. And he's in Terminator, Aliens. He's
Hard Target?
Near Dark, Hard Target. He's the bad guy in Hard Target, which is the
Sam Raimi.
Quick and the Dead. He's just everything he's in is wonderful. I love Lance Henriksen. So yeah, definitely number 3, Lance Henriksen for me.
You know who reminds me of him? What is Scott Glenn? I think his name is.
Yeah, he's up there. Yeah, Scott Glenn. Yeah,
the guy from goddamn Castle Rock season 1 who plays her husband.
Scott Glenn.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I want to make sure I got the name right. He reminds me so much of Lance Henriksen, only like not a badass version of that. But they remind so much of each other. Yeah. That is a good one. I can't believe you made your number 3 though. Let me know.
I'm kind of last. I'm ready to move on, but yeah, number 3. I respect him a lot. And I think he deserves a number 3 spot.
He does. He's still alive too. Fucking still working.
He's pretty old.
Bring on the dancing horses. He's still on. I don't know what the fuck that is, but 6 things upcoming.
Yeah,
The Dead Don't Hurt. I was at Costco today and I saw a new Stephen King book. And I was like, oh God, I can't wait till that's a terrible miniseries. Great. Here's all you need to know about Lance Henriksen. I'll share this picture here. I just pulled a random picture and it looks badass. There you go.
Look at that looks about right.
All right. My number 3 I mentioned is Clancy Brown. He's what you need to watch in Shawshank. It's one of my favorite characters of all time. What the Christ is this happy horse shit? He has so many of my favorite lines of all time. You be telling him with my baton up your ass. He says so many funny things in that movie.
If I hear so much of mouse farting here,
I'll spend the night in the brig. I swear, I shit you not. Yeah, I have his lines memorized. He made that movie for me. It's my favorite movie of all time. So, my favorite character, favorite movie.
You eat.
Yeah.
You love him in Highlander when he's the
I love him in everything. I love him in fucking SpongeBob where he plays Krusty Krab. Like, I don't care what he's in.
That's right.
I'll listen to him.
Yeah, he's good. Clancy Brown will do anything, and he's in everything. He's great.
He is the weird-ass movie.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pull him up right now. There was a movie I watched on, like, HBO one night. I only watched half of it. What the fuck was it? It was he's in Dexter. Hold on. He's in the Dexter new series. I need to watch that now. I have not seen the new series, the Showtime.
Well,
Dexter
I'm sure it's not very good.
He does a lot of American Dad voices. He shows up all the time in that show. Rick and Morty.
He does a lot of voiceover work.
Yeah, what is that movie I watched? It was like a demon hunting movie, but it was like super stupid. Why can't I find this? He worked with the Coen brothers, Hail Caesar.
Right.
Oh my God, what was that stupid movie I watched with him in it? It was
made for
another
HBO?
character actor. It was another character actor that should be on my top 5 because Clifton Collins Jr. I talk about him all the time and I just forgot. He should be on my
Clifton
list.
Collins Jr. Yes, absolutely.
We talked about him twice on I sucked his dick then. He should be on my top 5.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Yeah, so many you just forget these people.
Yeah.
I love him.
Well, that's an honorable. There you go. And would you, I mean, in all honesty, would you consider like a character actor like I said, Christopher Walken. Would he be considered a character actor?
Christopher Walken is a star. Everyone
Yeah.
knows who that is.
And would you say,
Everyone. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was saying like basing off of so character actor. What would be the criteria?
If I kind of go off like, would someone who doesn't give a shit about movies like we do, who doesn't know anything, like would my mom know this guy's name or have heard of him? Or if I showed her a picture, she would go, yes, he's from this, and this. If I showed her a picture of Gary Cole, she would go, I recognize him, but I don't know. I can't, like, that's the difference. Luis Guzman, yeah, he's from that, this, and this. John Turturro, yeah, that. That's kind of the difference I do. It doesn't have to be a household name, but it has to be, like, recognizable to a non-film person.
Right.
I know it's specific and it's very picky, but that's what I'm doing.
Tony Goldwyn's another good character that I would say is up there.
Goldwyn.
He was the bad guy in Ghost. He was in a bunch of TV shows.
Yeah.
He was in Dexter. He played this like who suicide his patients. And Dexter killed him for being a suicider. You should take that plunge and just put yourself to sleep. He's good. Yeah. He's a good actor. I like him. And he's a royalty. Again, Hollywood royalty.
10,000 people we could mention, but
exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why it's hard to have a list of just 15.
My number 2.
You're gonna be forgetting, these numbers. I'd say Clancy Brown for sure.
Your number 2?
I would say number 2. Absolutely.
My number 2, I'm only putting above Clancy Brown because I think he's a better actor. But he doesn't have as many roles that I know, but I fucking Walton Goggins.
Ooh, yeah, very good. I like Walton Goggins. He's good.
I think he should have gotten some sort of award for The Hateful Eight.
Yeah,
he was that movie for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Bruce Dern are that movie, and I've already sucked Kurt Russell's dick.
Yeah,
but those two guys are better than Kurt Russell in that movie for me.
Oh yeah.
And Bruce Dern is barely in that.
Right.
But I fucking love him and goddamn. Because Kurt Russell dies so early in that movie, you don't realize until you rewatch it.
Right.
Like he dies very quick in that movie.
Yeah. And the look he gives when he dies is so great.
Yeah.
He just knows that he's done.
Shouldn't drink that coffee.
That's right. No, but she shot him though. Remember? She shoots him in the chest. She shoots him with a shotgun.
I thought he was dying of poison.
Well, he drank the coffee, but I think she shoots him. Remember? Didn't she? Did you shoot him? Because he tries to get one up on her, and he's like, it's one of those scenes where it's like he knows he's dying. I
don't remember that specifically. I started watching on Netflix. There is an extended version of that movie where it's like And I watched the first half, and I was like, there's so much unnecessary footage here that I don't want to finish.
Yeah.
It just
I saw it in the theaters, and that was enough.
Yeah, that was enough. It's a great movie. I love it. But Walton Goggins is that movie. He makes me want to watch Justified because he's on that show, right?
Oh, he's great. Yeah, Justified's a fun show. I have
not seen it. And that's why I say he's been in so much stuff, but I haven't seen it, but I want to. Because I love him.
Yeah. He's
great.
Also,
I have a man crush on Timothy the Oliphant, but
who doesn't? From Modesto, California, Timothy the Oliphant.
Oh shit!
He went to Bayer. He went to Bayer with Jeremy Renner, and George Lucas went to Downey, and then I think that's it. There might one of the Glee people who died went here, I think, and she's dead. I think it's a dead one.
Oh, Django Unchained. Walton Goggins is also in.
Yeah, he's in that too. Yeah.
Fat Man, that other Mel Gibson.
Oh, I love that one. He has the best line. He has the best line in that movie where he goes, "You remind me of my mother." Yeah, she didn't know when to shut the fuck up either. Great.
He's also in Ant-Man and the Wasp. He plays like the weird government agent dude.
Yeah,
not like mafia dude or whatever the hell he was. He was second fiddle on Vice Principals with what the fuck is his name? Nobody cares. But I always want to watch it because of him, but I never did.
Right. Well, he's also
in Sons of Anarchy.
I think he's in. Oh yeah, because of the Kurt Sutter wrote for The Shield. He's great in The Shield. Did you ever watch him in The Shield? That's when he really got to start with The Shield. He's awesome in The Shield. And in Predators, he's great in Predators.
Oh, fuck. Call him back to The Crow. He's in The Crow Salvation. I told you, that's one of my guilty pleasure movies. It's terrible, but I love it.
Oh, man.
But he's in it, and that's part of the reason I love that movie. It has a bunch of character actors in it.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a weird movie with Fred Willard is in it.
So I know who your number one is.
William Atherton is in it.
Yeah.
Crow.
Well, William Atherton, he
should be on our list somewhere. But
he should be. He's up there.
All right, so you know who my number one is, but let's get to your number two.
I said my number two is Clancy Brown.
Oh,
I would put him on number two because he's been in so much. Right. Yeah, but my number one,
same number one as me.
No. What? I just thought of it. Keith David.
My number one is Keith David as well.
Oh, was it? I thought it was going to be John Carroll Lynch.
It is. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was going to say, yes, of course it's John Carroll Lynch.
Keith David made my honorable mentions clearly, but so did Tobolowsky that you mentioned, but
right, yeah. No,
okay, but Keith David.
I think Keith David. I'm like, you know what? He's in a bunch of stuff that I love. He's the voice of Spawn. His voice alone is worth 1,000 cartoons. He's in everything. I didn't
pull it out for air, honey.
Requiem for a Dream, Thing. They Live. I mean, the guy has.
He does Rick and Morty. He's the president. He plays the tall giraffe.
Everything.
My favorite episode of Rick and Morty.
Yeah. So I would say, Keith David, my number one greatest character.
Giraffe. Yeah,
just great. I'd say he's great. He's one of the best.
I wanted to put him on my list, but I just couldn't fit room. Like he's just one of those guys. I have a very white list, apparently.
Is it the Franks or the Beans, son?
I need to look into my life.
How'd you get above the Beans?
Well, the point of the character actors is who you're going to relate to. And they're like, I'm not black, but Keith David's fucking great. But like, it's going to be like those guys that I see myself. Like, that's the guy I see myself as.
Well, I see.
It's all a bunch of pudgy white dudes on my list. That's what you're going to see.
I see myself as Wesley Snipes because I don't want to pay taxes either.
But I don't want to go to prison either.
Do the same thing.
Shit.
Exactly. Yeah. Tax evasion.
Who would I compare myself most on my list? I guess Clancy Brown.
Yeah. Or Nicky Cat. I'd say Nicky Cat.
No, Nicky Cat is very different from me.
For me? I mean, like,
maybe Margot Martindale.
Oh
shit! I'll be honest. We are more closer to a Mark Boone Jr. than anyone on this list.
Oh, I would fucking give my nut to be Mark Boone Jr.
Physically, like, looking at us, we're probably closer to him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm fine with that. I'll accept that all day long. He could be a handsome guy.
If I lose weight, I look more like Michael Stolberg than anyone on the list.
Right.
With a big nose, thinning hair. Yeah, I can see that. But as of right now, current weight, Mark Boone Jr. for sure.
Oh.
Yeah. Fred Willard really should be on our list, shouldn't he?
Fred Willard's up there.
Fred Ward,
but he's starred in movies, so he's more of a star. Fred Ward did star in movies.
Very briefly starred in movies.
He's got top billing in Tremors.
That's one movie. Name another other than that other one he did. What's it called?
You mean The Adventures of Reno
Yes.
Williams?
That is exactly what I mean. Other than
Reno
that,
Williams.
let's think about like you mentioned your number like 9 or whatever. What's his name from M?
Right, Peter Lorre. Yeah.
That's kind of the same thing. Start in one movie and then kind of like character after the rest of his career.
Well, he also had a string of movies in the 30s called Mr. Moto. So he starred in a series of B pictures where he was the main character. So I guess, but whatever. That was the fucking 30s. What do you want? That's so
your number 1 was, I'm so sorry,
Keith David. I feel good with that one. I feel
not
good
David
with
Keith, another
not
character actor with the reverse name who often plays like
50,
the guy in the cook, the guy who's playing the cook.
Yeah.
Yelling
or the white supremacist guy.
Yeah.
He's either the cook or he's the white supremacist. Oh, yeah, who else we forgot? Jeff Fahey. Honorable mention. Jeff Fahey, Michael Biehn, Bill Paxton.
No, Bill Paxton, I don't put him on the list.
You think he's a star?
Yeah, he led movies.
True. So, Sam Elliott.
Yeah,
Charles Martin Smith.
Sam Elliott be more of a character actor than a leading man, but Bill Paxton, everyone knows who Bill Paxton is. Sam Elliott, same way, but he didn't lead movies, so not everyone would know who he is.
Bo Bridges. Jeff Bridges' brother.
Bo Bridges' greatest role was in Max Payne.
Max Payne. Don't ever say that again.
He plays he slips away from the ornaments that are turning.
Bo Bridges' best role is when he played an abused husband when the wife beat him in some made-for-TV movie where he goes, "I don't beat my wife, she beats me." I think that was. I'm pretty.
I've been waiting all night to talk about John Carroll Lynch. Can we just get there?
Yes, please. You're number 1, John Carroll Lynch, who's awesome. He's wonderful.
Why wasn't he in your top 15?
Because I knew he was going to be on your number 1. I didn't want to bring him up yet. I knew you were going to have his number 1.
Number 1. He's the best character actor of all time.
He's good.
Do you disagree?
No, he's up there. Yeah, I would agree. You know how my lists go. I have 1A, 1B.
I know,
would be 1B.
If you were to tell me,
or 2C.
Okay, so not number 1. Okay, so that's what I'm getting at.
Right.
I think he deserves number 1 partially because he does a wide range of projects. He's in so many different things I love. Fargo, Drew Carey Show, fucking Big Sky, American Horror Story. He's in so many things that are different genres that he's the Kathy Bates of men for me. Kathy Bates is my favorite actor.
Yeah.
The problem is John Carroll Lynch never got recognized as like Kathy Bates level for some fucking reason. Zodiac. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Zodiac.
He steals so many scenes in Zodiac. Yeah. And he barely talks.
I told them I killed those chickens for dinner that night. That's why I had knives with blood. Knives were covered in blood.
I'm looking at his 126 previous roles.
Wow.
It's just so many things that you don't even know what to do with it. He was even in Walking Dead.
What was he in Walking Dead? I don't remember that.
He was Eastman. He trained Morgan how to use the staff.
Oh, okay.
He kept him in the cage.
I might have stopped watching.
Tamed him.
I'm
glad I watched that because I'm like, oh my god damn, another single person episode. Oh fuck, John Carroll Lynch. I got so excited.
Yeah.
Like, no way.
Ooh!
And I was like, oh, he's gonna be on the show for no. Oh no, he died. He gets buried at the end. Same thing with Robert Patrick in one of the later episodes. He shows
Robert
up.
Patrick. Another guy we didn't mention.
I consider him too much of a star because of Terminator.
You think so?
Yeah, he was. Everyone knows who he is.
Sure.
But Robert Patrick shows up, and I go, "Oh fuck, Robert!" And they go, "Oh," and they kill him, and I go, oh, "Okay, I guess we're done." And they go upstairs, and they're like, "We found his twin that he talked about. He's right here, and he's alive. He kept chained up." And I go, "Fuck yeah, twin, Robert Patrick." Oh, they killed him too.
Dead.
They're both dead. Both Robert Patricks are dead. Fuck you, Walking Dead. Like, I was so excited for these guys, and they're all dead.
It's not called the Walking Alive character actor show. It's called the Walking
that's
Dead.
what it is essentially. But Shutter Island is another. You know how much I love that movie. He's a main part of that movie.
And that's another guy, Ted
American
Levine.
Dad.
No, Ted Levine, another great character actor.
Drew Carey show. Island. Ted Levine is another one. You are right.
Ted Levine's is a top one.
Gothica. He did his that too, Sheriff Ryan in Gothica. He just does his Shutter Island thing.
Yeah.
And, but I got to see him live. I got to see. I didn't meet him, but I saw John Carroll Lynch in person because I went to the Drew Carey taping. And I was like, just fucking John Carroll. Like, I was so excited. Ryan Stiles came up and actually talked to us. Like, I got to talk to him. He was so fucking nice. Diedrich Bader was cool. Like, everyone was nice except Drew Carey. Drew Carey didn't give a fuck about anyone there.
Because I heard Drew Carey's super nice. He used to tip everybody.
I'm sure he is, but that day I was there, he was doing his thing. He was it was the last season that didn't actually air on TV. I think he was already trying to figure out other stuff to do.
Right.
But Ryan Stiles was super. Ryan Stiles and Diedrich Bader were like walked up to us and we're like, hey, like, well, what's going on? Like, why are you guys here? Like, and they're talking to us and they're cool as hell. I didn't get to talk to John Carroll Lynch because he's in the background, but
right.
Yeah, everyone was really cool. And Drew Carey never once approached us as the main person on the show.
As the producer of the show, it was the season that wasn't being aired. I'm sure he was dealing with that.
I wasn't mad. I wasn't confused. I was like, he's done. This is because they go. Dana Gould did the intro.
Right.
He did the warm-up, audience warm-up, and I was like, that's fucking Dana Gould. And he goes, all right, so this season's not airing, just so you guys know, but act like it is. Wow. I was like, why is Dana Gould here?
God, yeah, that would be depressing if you're, Drew Carey, and they tell you, oh, by the way, you're going to shoot all these episodes, no one's going to watch them, so fuck you.
Pushing 10.
But then, I mean,
underrated comedy, Pushing 10.
Is he in that?
John Carroll Lynch. John Cusack, Billy Bob Thornton.
Underrated movie. Kate Blanchett. Yeah, I remember that one.
Underrated comedy. Mercury Rising with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, he's in that.
Face Off. He plays the guard.
That's right.
Volcano. Feeling Minnesota.
That's right.
Underrated movie.
In Volcano, he jumps into the lava and he melts. Oh, the fan's not so underrated.
But I didn't realize how early in this career he was. Holy shit. Because the first thing I saw him in was Grumpy Old Men. That was his first role.
Was it really?
Damn.
What was
I didn't know
Grumpy
that.
Old Men?
Moving Man.
I need to rewatch that.
I didn't recognize him, obviously. I'm just saying I saw that when it came out.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I saw Beautiful Girls, and that was 3 years later, one of his first roles as well.
Okay.
And Frasier, which I was watching, and then Fargo came out, and I was like, this fucking guy, like... Fargo, I watched out like when it came out,
right?
Not in the theater, but like soon after. And that was the movie. I was like, this fucking guy. I like, oh, Margie. I don't know. I have a dog named Margot, and because of him, I call it Margie. I call it
right
because of Mo. I call it Midge because he calls
Margie.
He calls Marge Midge on The Simpsons. Like I have so many nicknames for that dog, but Marge is one of them.
Hey, Midge.
Plays Norm Gunderson. Hey there, Midge.
Hey, Norm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? I'm going to disagree with your police work there, Lou. I think that stands for dealer plates.
So he told me that the last guy that talked back to him, it didn't go good for him. And he said, yeah, he's dead. And not the natural causes either. Oh, yeah, that's what he said. And then they told me, he goes, you want some trouble? I said, no. And they told me I should report it, so I'm reporting it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
One of my favorite scenes in that movie does not matter whatsoever. Like, if you were to remove this scene, the movie would not be affected, but I love this scene. It's when she goes in hang out with the high school guy.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I've been so lonely ever since. She's like, she doesn't give a fuck.
no.
But she's like, what is happening? She's being Midwestern
he has
nice,
problems.
which is like,
yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You were so nice to me in high school, March. I'm so sorry. And he like,
she died.
The guy crumbles, and it doesn't matter at all. It's just there to go like,
yeah. No,
she's
no
not
reason.
affected by this emotionally, I guess. I really don't know thematically why it's in the movie, but I love it.
And the only reason she solves the case is she's driving around Moose Lake. She goes, it's the car! It's the car! I found the car!
DLR.
Sierra! Sierra! That's your friend in the wood chipper.
Yeah.
All for a little bit of money.
You boys ought to be ashamed.
She was shrinking. Oh, Peter Stormare, another character actor I forgot to talk about.
I really debated him.
He's up there.
Yes.
He's a good one.
He is. He's still one in my top 15, but honorable mention. Should I get to my honorable mentions?
Oh yeah, well that's gonna be the
I can read through them real quick.
Yeah, let's do it because I would agree. Mine would be on your list too of all the honorable mentions.
Dale Dickey. She's an actress. Yep. Breaking Bad. She looks like a crackhead. Devin Sawa. Zach Grenier.
Okay.
Let me know if you want to look someone up. I can pull them up real quick. Michael Parks. You know who that is.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I forgot about Michael Parks.
Yeah. Great. He was borderline for me. Wendell Pierce. I already mentioned. We talked about him and It Could Happen to You. Colm Feore. Face Off.
Yeah, Colm Feore. Yeah, another great
Storm
one.
of the Century.
Yeah.
Harold Perrineau. He's the guy from Lost, as well as that show I keep telling you about called From.
Right. Yes.
MC Gainey.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Titus Welliver.
Yes, another good one.
You're on like a delay. Michael Wincott from The Crow. There's a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, yes. He's hot. Yeah, he's
Scoot
highly
McNairy.
regarded.
Scoot McNairy, I really do enjoy.
Yeah, he's good.
He's one of those B movie guys that shows up and I'm like, I like him. Yeah. Clea Duvall, another female.
Yeah.
Rory Cochrane.
Oh, very good. Yes.
Alessandro Nivola from Face Off and many Saints of Newark.
Right. He's very good.
Hi, bro.
That guy. He's a good one.
I named my dog after that fucking guy. He really should have named my number 2. Maika Monroe from It Follows, the girl. I'm not sure.
She's more of a leading. She's
starting to become a leading. I put her on there as an honorable mention because she's kind of in between.
Yeah. Right.
Bob Gunton, obviously.
Yeah, Bob Gunton's a good one.
What is his name from Negotiator? I keep
JT Walsh.
JT Walsh, thank you.
Yeah,
he's definitely
Walsh.
Him and Bob Gunton are very similar to me. Michael Kenneth Williams.
Yeah.
Christopher Denham. No idea.
Sounds familiar.
Okay, I'll pull him up. Ethan Embry.
Christopher. Yeah.
Ethan Embry, I love. I've loved him since Dutch. I mean, he's in like Christopher Denham is this guy. He's in Shutter Island and Argo, things like that. I enjoy him every time I see him.
Hold on.
Any idea?
Oh God. He looks like the guy from Westworld, but it's not him.
It's not. He's in Argo. He's a Shutter Island guy that's like, he's like super. They're interviewing him and he's just like going crazy and like he keeps pressing him. He's like,
yeah, this guy. This is a Snake Eyes on my part on this guy.
Okay,
I don't know.
He's in Sound of My Voice, another like independent movie that's really good about his sister joining a cult and he goes to follow her. Really good movie.
Okay, yeah. All right.
It's a solid movie. Anyway, I have Harry Dean Stanton is definitely another one. He almost made my top 15.
Very good.
He was one of the
That's a
ones
good
I had
one,
to
yeah.
boot out.
Yeah,
Beth
he's up
Grant,
there.
if you will. Beth Grant is
Beth Grant.
Johnny Darko, that old. I wish she came up with Spark of Motion.
Right. Okay,
She
very good. Very good one. Yeah.
Jumps out of the thing in Speed, gets ran over.
Right. Yeah, she gets destroyed, brutally murdered in
Yeah.
Speed.
She's the only one on that bus that dies. Literally the only one.
She deserved it.
She gets ran over. Deserving.
Yeah, it's brutal. Brutal.
Bruce McGill from Animal House, where he does the it's creepy.
He's great.
He does that for real.
You have your rights. You have your lefts.
And then he has the giant turkey neck later in his later years. Where he has the like massive neck. I love Bruce McGill.
Up in a lot of movies. Bruce McGill's he's good. Good choice.
Another guy that almost made my top 15 because he's in so many movies, including Heat. William Fincher.
Yes, William Fichtner, another good one. Yeah, absolutely.
William Fichtner,
absolutely.
Great. Another guy, Negotiator, David Morse.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Siege.
Yeah. Green Mile.
Next one, he's in 1,000 fucking things. Next thing I want to mention is everything. I don't know if you're gonna know who he is. He's from Rock and Rolla, Fantastic Four, Planet of the Apes, the new ones. But I know him mostly from Servants. It's Toby Cabell.
Oh yeah, no, I know Toby Cabell. Yeah,
you know who he is.
He's in Dead Man's Shoes. He's in that movie with Pat Constantine. I want you to see Dead Man's Shoes. He plays his brother.
Yeah, it's on my list.
Yeah,
still on my list.
Yeah,
he's the main bad guy, I believe, in Rock and Rolla.
Yes, he is. He's the Rock and Rolla.
The next one, you're gonna know who this is. Ileana Douglas.
Yeah, she's good.
I would love to put her in my top 15 because of Stir of Echoes and Cape Fear.
Stir of Echoes.
But
yeah, absolutely.
She shows up and she's great in everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's in my top 5 actresses, I would say. Holt McCallany, we mentioned previous.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's good. Yep.
What was he in that we watched? Oh, he was in we talked about, we didn't watch together, but he was in the Guillermo del Toro. Yeah, but the Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, Nightmare Factory or
Nightmare
Alley.
Nightmare Alley, yeah. Another one I want to mention, The Wire and from Walking Dead, Seth Gilliam.
Yeah.
He plays a cop in The Wire. He plays the priest, Father Gabriel, in Walking Dead.
Would you put John Barenthal as a character actor, or is he a star?
No, he's a star now. He has crossed that line for sure.
He's more of a leading actor now. Okay.
He led his own show where he plays the main character. Yeah, he was the Punisher. But if he wasn't on that list, he would. Man, see, I keep saying like they crack my top 5, but he might be my number 1, 2. Like I love that guy.
Really? Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Lance Reddick is next. I only got a few left. He's from The Wire. He's in an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia that makes me laugh. He's in a lot. That really skinny black dude from The Wire who plays the captain, I believe, is his role.
Right. Yes.
He's got that intensity to him, and also he can play the comedic with the exact same. He's like Leslie Nielsen, does the exact same thing, and it comes across as very comedic, or it comes across as very dramatic in The Wire. Like it really depends on how they edit it. You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Fred Melamede. He looks like Stephen Tobolowsky.
Okay.
Pull him up if you don't know. He looks exactly like Stephen Tobolowsky, only a little bit more Jewish, I guess is how you describe him. This guy.
Tobolowsky's. Oh, right. Yeah.
Very similar look. He's in Serious Man, WandaVision, Barry, a lot of stuff. You know who
what about the character actor he was in Barry, the albino guy. He's a great character actor. He's the albino, alopecia. He's got alopecia, and he's the albino.
He's in a
Barry
bunch of movies
Pepper
now.
is another guy we should have
Barry
brought up.
Pepper is
Barry Pepper's
he's starred in movies though.
He's almost
he's a
starred
good
in
actor.
movies.
He almost starred in movies. He's starred in Battlefield
He's
Earth.
definitely in the character actor role.
Yeah, I like him a lot. He's good. Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne's a star. Yeah,
would you think
he's
a star?
man.
Because he hasn't really been. He kind of just co-stars in a lot of movies now. He doesn't really star in anything.
I agree, but also I have that subcategory of everyone knows who he is. Everyone. My mom knows who he is.
You're right.
He's a star.
Yeah. Well, Brian Cox is another great character actor that no one probably knows.
But people don't know his name.
He's in everything.
Brian Cox would be a good character.
McDonald's.
They
know his McDonald's commercial.
Here's another one that everyone knows her face, but not who she is and her name. Judy Greer.
Yeah, I say it's true. Yeah, good one.
She has my second favorite character on Archer. Cheryl / Carol on Archer.
Oh, she's hilarious on that show.
She's fucking hilarious.
But we cannot.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, keep going.
No, I was gonna say, like I mentioned, I don't want to add comedy guys. But speaking of Archer, if I could add one person to my top of my list there, my favorite SNL character of all time would definitely be Chris Parnell. He would be at the top of my list, maybe of this entire list, over John Carroll Lynch. Chris Parnell, I laugh.
Wow.
And like the guy could do anything. He's a guy. I don't know if you know this, Dick. He was on SNL for what, like a decade?
He's on there for a while. Oh, yeah.
Never once broke character.
No, he did never laugh.
Never cracked up once during the Jimmy Fallon era. Right. He was the opposite. Yeah. He's my favorite SNL guy over Phil Hartman. My second favorite. Very similar to Phil Hartman, only he never broke up. And Chris Parnell does Archer. He does Rick and Morty. Right. He does so many different shows I love. And
no, absolutely.
But he would be a guy that's on my. He might have been my number one of all time if I add comedy guys on there. Because I just
Phil Hartman
anything he's in, I just fucking love.
Too.
Phil Hartman. It's hard to add him to the list anymore. It really is. That's still like hurt. It's still hurt.
Hey, he's been dead as long as JT Walsh has been dead.
Don't give a shit. We talked about this before. It still fucking like sucks to talk about.
I know.
Like that cunt of a wife.
It's been 24 years.
What was it? 98, 97? Like something like that?
98. 98.
Yeah. And I still fucking hate
I remember coming out of high school, being picked up freshman year. My mom picked me up on the radio. Phil Hartman has been murdered. It was dead. Like, what? Like, that was the biggest, like, gut punch. Like, he was like, oh, no.
I remember two deaths where I sat there in front of the TV. Phil Hartman was one of them. The other was Kobe Bryant, where I sat there and I was like, like, what? Trying to figure out what happened. And I was like,
so sad. That was
and I'm not even an LA Lakers fan, but I love Kobe Bryant.
Right.
I'm a basketball guy. Like, I have a New Orleans hat on right now just to match the Nick Cage cast colors. And I was like, and then I found out the next day in school. The next day in school, I found out what happened. Like it was like a weird rumor going around school. Like his wife, like that's how big it was for us. And like I told you, like you have like those comedy friends that you find slowly, and like that was part of it. Was like his wife. I'm like, no. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Then I went home and you had to turn on the TV back then, and I'm like, his wife shot him with a shotgun, like when he's sleeping. And I didn't know how to handle it. That was that was a rough one. And Kobe was another one. Bill Paxton hurt me more because I love that guy so fucking much.
Yeah,
he's probably one of my favorite actor that's not alive. But those two guys, I didn't understand how they died and why they died. They seem so preventable, and I'm like, oh. But Bill Paxton, it's a fluke. I get it, but okay, sorry.
Well, the family sued the doctor and won.
Yeah,
so they lost wrongful death on him, but we're forgetting one primo character actress right here.
It's a bomb! He's got a bomb!
Me in middle school.
How could we forget her?
I only have 3 more names left, and I'll read them off real quick.
Do it.
Kurtwood Smith.
Yep, he's up there.
RoboCop.
Absolutely.
Bitches Leave. You got that.
Yeah.
Emmett Walsh.
Yep, he's a good one.
And I wish I would have started with this guy, but Dennis O'Hare.
Dennis O'Hare.
Look him up. You'll recognize him.
Okay.
He's from American Horror Story.
Oh, yeah, the bald guy.
Yeah, you recognize him.
He's a creepy guy. The creepy guy, and yeah.
I like him.
Shows up
I like him a lot. He's a really good
He's
actor.
actually, yeah.
Does
He's very good.
I guess the point of the character actor is here's your role, do it. And they fucking knock it out of the park every time.
Well, that's the thing.
Stanley Tucci is borderline. I think he's too well known to make my list.
Yes. He's good, but yeah, he's pretty high up there now. He's in that Christopher Walken,
Steve Buscemi
era, yeah. Because one could argue Gary Oldman
by the Academy. Gary Oldman, yeah.
I was Gary Oldman could be a character actor, but he stars and stuff all the time though.
He leads a lot of stuff.
I will say Gary Oldman is the reason I went. Are we excluding famous people? Because otherwise, Gary Oldman's getting number 1 for me, like every single fucking time.
Well, sure.
It's Sam Rockwell and Gary Oldman for me all day.
Right.
Denzel.
Yeah, Sam Rockwell.
After that,
yeah.
But they're
Denzel's
all
a movie star.
too known. I don't want to talk about famous people all day. Like, who gives a shit?
Right. Yeah, but they're pretty. They're more character actory than they get credit for. I would say Sam Rockwell and definitely Gary Oldman. I mean, they're character
Sam
actors
Rockwell
forever.
is the new Gary Oldman. If you ask me,
I would say roughly. Yeah,
they're very similar.
Yeah.
What did I say we should talk about?
Well, we went
week?
Way over.
We did.
We went way over on this one. Coen Brothers. Coen Brothers movies. Yeah. We'll try and make that one 45 minutes.
We might have to break that up.
An hour and 52 minutes. Good God, this is an hour and 52 minutes.
Are you fucking serious?
It's 152 minutes, an hour and 52 minutes. We've been talking about this.
I'm so sorry. It's not my fault alone, but I still feel bad. Like, this is supposed to be 45 minutes, and we went an hour 52. I'm not even drunk.
You know,
how do we do this?
Well,
character actors, man. About it. No, but we can
take time. Yeah, it's probably that time to call it a night, huh?
Dick, middle finger, and play the outro. Let's get out of here. Holy shit.
Let's get out of here. We've overstayed our welcome, so forgive us.
Fuck you, everybody. Good night.